everyone, and welcome to Sinful Gaming. Hope you're all doing well, hope you're all staying safe, and most of all, I hope you're all fighting that war against the Grey. Today we've got a 2,500 point battle of Age of Sigmar. I'm going to be playing Gloomspite Gitz, and I've got legendary Mr. Alexander Krohn, Krohn himself here, playing his Kharadron Overlords. And if you haven't before, check out his podcast, Aethercast. You can find them on YouTube. Fantastic Kharadron Overlord podcast there. Welcome to the channel.
Thanks, great to be here. Yeah.
We'll have some fun, and we'll get into showing you the army list now. So, this is 2,500 points of Gloomspite Gitz. What have I got? I've got 20 of the shooters, another 20 shooters at the front here, 40 stabbers, 20 stabbers. That makes up all my battle line. I've then got the Gobblepalooza, the best models in the Gloomspite Gitz range. I've got Scragrot, the Loon King, who'll be my general. I've got a Loon Boss here. We've got the 3 endless spells, the Mork's Mighty Mushroom, Malevolent Moon, and the Scuttletide. They've got 10 Boingrot Bounders, 5 Spore Splatter Fanatics. We've got 3 Madcap Shamans here, and we've also got a Fungoid Cave Shaman back here as well. We then got the, I can't remember what it's called. It's the squig thing that shoots things. Squig Gobbler, that's the name of it. And a Colossal Squig to round out the army with our Loon Shrine at the back. And that's going to be 2,500 points of Gloomspite Gitz. Alright, take us away, Mr. Krohn. What have we got for the Kharadron Overlords? Now, before we get into that properly, though, we've got the army in the scenario we're playing is split up into 2 different sort of parts. You've got the survivors and the rescuers. All the rescuers have to have the fly keyword, and all the survivors cannot have the fly word. So, go into the army list, and he's got 2 generals. Each contingent gets a general, so...
Yep, so for the Grand Kharadron Enclave, we've got the downed survivors of a ship. We've got a navigator with... so as a whole, this is a Barak Mornar list. So the navigator has to have the Galewind Staff. Then we've got 2 squads of Arcanauts and a squad of Thunderers armed to the teeth with all the special weapons.
Awesome. And then you've got the rescuers.
Rescuing them will be an Endrin Master and his 2 squads of Endrin Riggers, along with 2 escort gun haulers and the sister ships, the Overcast and the Victorious. 2 ironclads.
Yay, that's going to be fun. Awesome. This scenario seems really cool. I can't wait to get it on the table. We'll come back after the armies are deployed. So today, we're going to be playing the battle plan from the Kharadron Overlords Battletome called Prospectors Down. So this scenario is really cool. It effectively has a center point where the Kharadron Overlords force, or one of the 2 Kharadron Overlords forces to be precise, will start the game. No units in this force that starts in that middle part of the battlefield can have the fly keyword. It's to represent a crew of a ship that's been downed or left stranded, something like that. They also will have another second part of a Kharadron Overlord's army, which will have all the units with fly and must have fly. What's really cool about this is it's sort of like the fleet coming in to sort of rescue them. And so they'll be surrounded by enemies, as you can see on the deployment map there. And an interesting thing for the Kharadron Overlord's army as well is that there'll be 2 different generals. So there'll be a general for the prospectors that are actually stranded, and there'll also be a general for the relief force, the flying force that's going to come in and rescue them. There's some cool different command abilities that both sides get in this as well, and you can read them here. Pause this if you want to have a closer look at this scenario, or go grab the Kharadron Overlords Battletome and give this a proper read. But this is a scenario that we'll be using effectively to win this scenario. The Opportunist has to kill all models in the Prospectors that are stranded. All of them have to die. So all of the initial force that starts on the table. If the Kharadron Overlords player has no models from the survivors contingent on the battlefield at the end of a battle round, the Opportunist, who is the one surprising them, wins a major victory. However, if the Opportunist has no models on the battlefield at any point, the KO win a major victory. If half or more of the models from the survivors contingent are still on the battlefield at the end of the 5th battle round, the Kharadron Overlords player wins a minor victory, and then if there's less than half at the end, the Opportunist will win a minor victory. It's a really cool scenario, can't wait to get into it, so let's get into the battle report proper. Alright, so this is what the battlefield looks like from afar. We've got the Kharadron Overlords. Survivors all set up in the centre there. They're on top of a commanding piece of terrain. We've got the 2 units of Arcanauts, Thunderers, and the Navigator there as well. And then surrounding them on this flank, we've got 20 shooters, 40 stabbers, the Gobblepalooza, Loon Boss, a couple of the Shamans, Scrygrots over there, the Squigs up there, and the Spore Splatter Fanatics in front. And then coming in from this flank, we've got the Squig Gobbler, the Fungoid Cave Shamans, some more shooters, stabbers, and another one of the Madcap Shamans. That's what the battlefield looks like. We're going to go into Gloomspite Gitz turn 1. So, start of the Gloomspite Gitz hero phase. Well, we're going to start with 1 command point. We're then going to gain 1 for the turn, and we're also going to gain 1 because we're under the moon here, so we get another 1 because Scragrat, our general, is over there, so we're going to have 3. However, on a 4+, our Fungoid Cave Shaman is going to give us another 1. He does. And on a 4+, Scragrat will give us another D3. He doesn't, so we're just going to get another 1. It's going to pop us to 4 command points, wherever that is on the dice. 4. We'll go into magic next. Alright, so the first spell we're going to attempt to cast is Scragrat over here is going to attempt to cast the Scuffletide. So it normally goes off on a 7, he's getting +2, so I need to show 5 on the dice, which I show 8, so I got a 10. I get to set that anywhere within terrain on the battlefield, it's going to do some mortal wounds. Do you want to try and just stop that? You're going to need an 11. I've still got a ton of casts. Cool. So we'll set up the Scuffletide and we'll come back and do its mortal wounds. Right, so the Scuttletide's set up here. We're going to pick the Thunderers, so we're going to roll 6 dice. Every 5 up is going to be a mortal wound on the Thunderers. We're going to do 1, 2 mortal wounds. We're going to drop a Thunderer.
Yep. We'll just get rid of one of the space guns.
Done. Cool. And now we'll go on to the rest of the magic. Alright, for Scragrat's second spell, we're going to use the Hand of Gork. So we need a 5 on the dice, as we need a 7 to cast. He's getting +2. Goes off on a 10 again.
I'm not going to try and stop it.
Cool. Goes off. And we'll come back with a unit that's going to move. Move the Colossal Squig. He's outside of 9, getting ready to make that charge. So our little Shaman here, he's going to cast Squiggler. So when you show a 6 on dice, we don't. Fails. That sucks. Come back with the next spell. Is it over here? He's going to cast Call of the Bad Moon. So we need an 8. He gets it on a 10. So he gets to pick 1 unit that he can see and do D3 mortals to him.
Cool.
Going to go off. Well, he's going to pick these unit of Arcanauts here. It's the only one he can see.
Arco boys, yeah.
So D3 mortals for 1. One of them goes pop. Cool. We'll then go with this little guy down here. So he's going to cast Arcane Bolt at this unit of Arcanaut. So he needs 5, but we're looking for that 10. It goes off on a 9, so it's just going to be 1 mortal wound to that unit of Arcanauts there.
Sure thing.
And then the Fungoid is going to throw Mork's Mighty Mushroom. Goes off on a 6, we'll check. Cool, so the Navigator is going to try and stop that. You need to get a 7 on your dice to stop it.
Yep, just like
4,
that.
9, stopped. Mork's Mighty Mushroom is stopped. Alright, so the Shrewd Mancer here, on the big unit of Grots here, he's going to cast Mystic Shield. Doesn't go off. So the Brugit, he's going to give rerolls to hit to the big unit of Grots there on 2+. No, doesn't. Oh. We're then going to Spiker is going to give us reroll 1s to wound on a 2+. Does. And then the Scaremonger here is going to do nothing this turn. And we're also going to spend 1 of the command points for the scenario specific command ability, which is going to give all our units board-wide reroll, run, and charge. That's going to be the end of the Gloomspite Gitz hero phase. We'll come back after movement. And so, end of the movement phase, this is what we look like. Of course, we've got the Colossal Squig there. He needs a 9-inch charge. These Squigs here can make it on a 12. So, they've got a chance, because it's going to be a rerollable 12, so there's a chance.
Why not?
A bunch of the Grots here move. All these shooters, some of them are going to be in range of the Thunderers, so we'll take some shots there. Over here, we've moved up the shooters as well. They'll be in range to shoot the Arcanauts, so will the Squig Gobbler. We've got wizards pulling up behind, and we've got these other unit of stabbers over here, backed up by little shaman coming out of the Loon Shrine. We're now going to go into Gloomspite Gitz shooting phase. Let's see how many more of these survivors we can shoot. So we're going to use the shooters here. Only the first 3 ranks can fire in. They're going to shoot at the Thunderers over there. So 5's to hit. That's 2 hits. Going well. 5's to wound. Nothing. I mean, typical Gloomspite shooting there. We'll now go with the next unit of shooters. So we're going to go with these grots here. All 20 are in range to shoot those Arcanauts. So we've got 20 shots. 5's to hit. Oh, I've somehow picked up one of your dice.
Oh.
I don't know how long I've had that dice of yours now.
My dice get everywhere. Mystified.
It's probably been there since like CDGT or SATT. 5's to wound.
Yeah, they make the rounds.
There's 3 saves to make on your Arcanauts.
Alright. Terrain's giving 3+, so... out of the test. Terrain doesn't count.
Cool.
I'm a whole strong.
I mean, you're literally getting shot with pieces of straw more than likely, so... we'll go into the Squid Gobbler next. So, the Squid Gobbler, he's got 30-inch range, so he can hit any of them. He's going to go into the Thunderers. So he doesn't need line of sight to see, so he's got 4's to hit. That's not bad. 3's to wound. That's terrible. 1.
Oh. Alright, taking it on my Dwarven Steel. No.
So D3. 3. Cool.
1.5 Thunderers go down.
Woo. Could have been worse. We're now going to go into the charge phase. So
start of the charge phase, I'm going to activate my Gale Force Staff on the Navigator, who's going to pick 1 unit within 12 inches, and it's going to get half its charge roll. And I think I'm going to pick that big boy.
Yep. So he can't actually make the charge now.
It'd be an 18-inch.
Yeah, no, that's a bit beyond him. However, we do have a 12-inch charge over here, so we'll go for it. It's re-rollable. So, oh! Got it.
All right. That'll do it.
Alrighty. We'll come back after they make their charge. And so this is what we look like after charges. A little bit of wobbly model syndrome. We do have models just up here. So we're now going to roll for the bounding impact. So every 4-up is a mortal wound. That's a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mortal wounds.
That's a lot of dead Thunderers.
It's done its job.
Yep.
And then we're going to go into combat, and my first unit to pick is obviously going to be the Squigs. So we'll come up back after their pile in. Alright, so we've piled in. We're going to get 4 of the Boy and Grot Bounders in. So we'll start with the Sergeant. He's 3s and 3s. 3 hits. 1 wound so far. Just put that to the side for now. And then these are 4s and 3s for the others. And 3s. That's going to be 5 in total.
Alright. Before I roll saves, I'm going to pop my Ether Gold for a reroll to Triumph, which is reroll to their saves.
Yep, so you're a 4-up.
4-up rerolling.
Which you're really
Good
happy you
thing
did.
I did.
Still drop 1.
So it's 1 damage each?
Yeah, so it should just drop a whole nother dude.
So take out the Sarjo.
Yeah, no splash damage because I've now caused an even amount of wounds. And now you're going to be able to fight back or retreat.
The retaliation. Oh, so Thunderers don't
Retreat anymore, rule of the past. So they're going to pile in and fight now.
Yep, so I'll just move my models up a little.
Yeah, they're all in combat. We know wobbly model syndrome.
Yep. 4s to hit, just with their gun butts. Not bad.
Not bad. 3.
And 4s to wound.
Alright.
Angry Dwarves. 3, no rend, damage 1.
Cool, so I've got a 4-up save on the Boy and Grot Bounders. Which I failed all of them.
Plonk.
They plonk one on the head and do a wound to another. And thanks to some abilities pre-game, he's immune to battle shock around this terrain piece. And I've probably got to take one for the Grots. We'll have a look. Before that, though, we are going to pile in with the Navigator.
It's going to come in, Hit one over the head with his heavy instruments.
Cool.
3s to hit.
No,
Don't even worry about it.
Cool. So now we've got Battle Shock. So I've got a 5 for my Battle Shock. I've lost 1.
I'm Barrack.
Because he's Barrack Morna, he's an additional -1 to my bravery, so I'm losing D6 -3 grots. Rolled a 1, fine. Cool, we're now going to go into Kharadron Overlords turn 1.
Oh.
So, start of the hero phase, we're going to try and unbind the Scuttle Tide, so you need to show me, I think it's a 6. Let me check,
Something like that. There's a 7.
7, it's definitely that. I know it's definitely that, so that can go away. And my squig falls down. That was holding my squig in place.
Storm.
Cool, so he's next up. He's going to do an Ether Storm with the Navigator there.
Any model, pick one unit with fly within 36 inches and roll dice. 3+.
Yep.
You take, you halve your movement, and on a 6, you actually take D3 mortal wounds as well.
Cool, so D3 mortals?
Just
for 1. Cool. Yeah, because squigs have fly because they bounce really, really high. I'm assuming you're picking the Colossal Squig there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, cool. We'll come back after this to the end of your hero phase, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah, and we'll come back after all the movement's been done. His reserves are going to come on as well. So, just shuffling a few units around. The Thunderers obviously can't move, they're in combat, but we're just sort of pulling the Arkanaut away, making sure they can't get tagged or anything like that, I'm assuming. And now we're going to bring on the reserves. So, with the reserves, he's got to roll a dice and see which edge they come on. On the far edge over there, they're going to come on a 1. 2, they're going to come on this edge here. 3, over near the Loon Shrine. And a 4, over on that side behind the Goblin lines. Probably don't want a 4. On a 5 to 6, he gets to choose. So, what do you roll?
Alright, let's see. Reserves coming
4,
in.
that's exactly where I did not want that. It's right behind the main Goblin force. So, this could be a problem. We'll come back once all the reserves are on. Alright, so Kharadron Overlords reserves have come on. We've got the Endrin Riggers here. Endrin Riggers, yeah, they've got the swords. 2 Ironclads. That is scary. The Endrin Master on Dirge will suit some other Endrin Riggers and 2 Gun Haulers over there. They've all come up behind the Goblin line, so this could be really bad. We're now going to go into Kharadron Overlords shooting, which is what I fear the most about this game. And we'll come back with all of that. Alright, so we're going to start off with the Thunderers. Easy, because there's no decisions to be made about how they have to shoot. You've got to shoot the Boingrot Bounders,
So, Thunderers are in combat, therefore their special guns, all their guns get +1 shots, and because they have at least 1 deck sweeper, 1 cannon, and 1 mortar, they get +1 to hit for those weapons as well.
Awesome, so what are we shooting with first?
We'll start with some cannons hitting on 3s.
Cool.
And wounding on 2s.
2 wounds, negative.
That's 2 at rend 2.
Cool. So he's going to be 6 ups. Fail both.
And for a total of D3 damage each.
So 4. Just going to remove 2 of them. 1, and that wound's going to carry over. Put it on that guy at the back there. Next up,
we'll go with the deck sweeper, hitting on 3s. Wow, and wounding on 4s.
1. Any rend on the deck sweeper?
Just 1, neg 1.
5 up, no, fails that as well.
1
so it's
damage.
going to be him dead as well. No wounds carry over now.
And finally the mortar. 2 shots, 3s to hit.
Hits once.
And 3s to wound.
No wounds.
Not that it ever does anything.
No worries. Does Chemist have a shot?
The Navigator's going to shoot his ranging pistol at them. 3s to hit.
Both hit.
3s to wound. 2 at neg 1.
2 at neg 1. Awesome. So 5 ups. Save 1, so it's just going to be another wound.
1 damage.
So we'll pop it on this guy over here.
Then these Arkanauts are...
Cool, so now we're going to go, these Arkanauts here are going to go into the squigs as well. So...
we're going to start off with the volley gun. So Arkanauts get +1 to hit when they're near an objective, but there are no objectives. So 5s. Not bad.
Yeah, not
Not
too
bad
shabby.
at all. 4s to wound.
I wish my 5s could hit like that.
1 at neg 1.
And neg 1. So this is going to be a 5 up. Nope. So it's going to
damage.
kill a squig. Yeah, this is going badly already.
And we've got a light skyhook hitting on 4s.
Hits.
Wounding on 3s. 1 at -2.
-2, so 6 up. Failed that.
And D3 damage.
For 3, so it's going to kill a squig and put a wound on another. Lastly, all their pistols.
Yep, 4s to hit. Not so great shots. And 4s to wound. Just 1.
Wow.
No rend.
Are you playing with grots as well?
Yeah, maybe. About the right size, aren't they?
So, no rend?
No rend.
4 up. Saved it. Cool, so this unit of Arcanauts will shoot into the squigs here. They are within 9 inch because technically my squigs are right up here in base-to-base contact. No, it doesn't sort of look like it, but they are. Just wobbly model syndrome, so...
Yep, so we'll just start off with the pistols. 4s to hit.
Yep. The reason he's starting with the pistols is because I could remove models to make it so they're not in range. Oh no, doesn't matter. Don't worry. No. Completely forgetting how this game works.
4s to wound. Just another 1.
Another 1 again.
At no rend. Damage 1.
Damage 1, so it's going to kill a squig.
Then we've got the skyhook hitting on 4s. Again, wow. 3s to wound.
No.
There we go. And finally, the volley gun hitting 5s.
Not as good as your other volley gun.
Not as accurate, but he does his damage. 1, -1, damage 1.
4 up, nut. So another wound goes onto a garrote. I think I've lost these squigs here. We can safely say that. We'll now go on to all the shooting from all these gunboats. So we're going to start with this ironclad here. What's its name?
The Ironclad Victorious.
Victorious is going to go into the big unit of 40 grots here.
The carbines are out of range, but that volley cannon isn't. So,
Awesome.
4d6 shots.
46 shots with the volley cannon.
Ooh.
It's 8, 9.
Running a bit low on ammo, apparently.
Well, they did sort of have to pack it all up really quick and come to the rescue, so we'll forgive them.
Yeah. 3s to hit.
3s. A little bit below average there. Not too
And 3s to wound.
cool.
3 at -1 on those grots.
So, because they've got 10 or more models in the unit, they're going to get +1 to the save, meaning they have a 5 up save, so they've got -1, so I'm going to have 3 6 up saves to make. Which are past 1, so just 2 dead grots. Damage 1.
2 dead grots.
Cool. 2 dead grots.
And then we're going to continue
Curse
on
splatter.
with the torpedoes. 4s to hit.
Ouch.
Accurate torpedoes. 3s to wound. Deadly torpedoes.
Negative?
-1.
Oh, thank God. Alright, 6 ups. We need a few 6s here, I think. And we got none damage.
D3 each.
Oh,
That'll be 9 dead grots.
9 dead grots. Ouch. So the other ironclad is going to shoot at those poor little grots as well.
Ironclad Overcast is going to fire all of her guns, and she's going to use her, before I roll any dice, use her share to reroll all wounds. And I'm going to use a command point from the ending rigger there to reroll 1s to hit.
Cool.
So this is
going to hurt.
full power to the guns.
Yep. So starting with carbine.
Carbines first. 3s to hit.
Rerolling any 1s. There are none.
Any 1s. And 3s to wound.
Rerolling
everything. Good thing I did. So that'll be 6 at -1.
Cool. 6 ups. +2.
That's pretty good.
So 4.
2 damage each.
8 dead grots. Cool.
Right. Then we're going to fire her Grand Sky Cannon in scattershot mode. So 3s to hit. Rerolling those 1s.
Damn.
And 3s to wound. Rerolling those everything.
5. Negative.
5, -1, damage 2.
Cool. So 6 ups. Saved 1, but then another dead 8 grots. Alright, the torpedoes.
Last shot of the day. 4s to hit, rerolling 1s.
Just 1.
And 3s to wound. 1 at -1.
And so 6 up. Saved it.
Tink.
Apparently some grot like just knocked it out of the sky with a spear.
Backhanded off with a shield.
Yep, because that works. Backhand torpedo with a shield. So this gun hauler here, he's going to go into the grot's unit as well.
Yep, so first up we've got the carbines. 3s to hit.
2 hits.
And 4s to wound.
1 wound.
1, -1.
So 6 up.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, still got a 6 up. Nope, failed it.
And just 1 damage.
So go.
Sky Cannon will get D6 shots.
5.
Hitting on 3s. Oh, yeah. And wounding on 3s. That'll be 2 at -1 damage.
Alright, so he's not going to get rid of my +1 save because I'm still going to have 10 models. So that's going to bring me down to 10 models in the unit.
That is 2 damage each, though.
Okay, that's going to bring me down to below 10. Cool, everything else he's shooting is going straight through on those grots. Ouch.
Oh, boy.
The second one here only has its cannon in range, going to shoot the grots. Its carbines aren't in even range of the characters at the back. So, go for it.
D6 shots. 3. Hitting on 3s. And wounding on 3s.
Nothing.
Not a thing.
Cool. Cool. So, engine riggers here are going to shoot the Loon Boss because you've got the Claim a Cow. It's going to be -2 to hit.
So that's going to be some 5s.
Cool.
Followed by some 4s. 3 at -1, 1 damage.
So, he's normally got a 5 up save, so he's got a 6 up save now. Save 1. Just 1 damage on him. My mistake, I only rolled 2 and he hit with 3, so another one takes another wound, so he's taken 2 wounds. So, the Engine Master and Dirigible Suit, 12-inch range gun, going to shoot at the Loon Boss again, -2.
So we've got the cannon. 3s are looking at 5s to hit.
Misses.
And his Dirigible Suit Weapons Battery, also 5s to hit. That one does it.
3 hits.
And 3s to wound. 1 at -1.
-1, so 6 up. Not failed.
Just 1 damage.
So he's taken 3, he's hanging on by a thread.
I've only got 4 wounds.
Pretty sure he's only got 4, he might have 5. Most grots don't have a lot of wounds. We'll start with these guys here. They've got a 9-inch charge to make.
Yep.
So, go for it.
That's a 5.
Do they have a command point potentially?
I am in range of my general, and I have 2 command points left over. So, we're going to use one of those for a reroll. No.
5, no. We get it. The Dirigible Suit though, is he going to try as well?
He's going to do it. He's going to do his best.
So he needs a 9.
And, oh,
8.
that's an 8.
So close. Do you use your last command point?
Yeah, we do.
That's cocked, I think.
Gonna call that cop.
Yeah. Sorry.
That's fine. Let's do it anyway.
Still a 6. Was meant to be. So he's got a 10-inch. We'll come back after he's made it in. So we're going to go with the Engine Master and Dirigible Suit first in the combat phase. All his attacks into Scraggy.
All his attacks into Scraggy.
Cool. Alright, let's go.
Looking for 3s to hit. Oh, that's not great. And 2s to wound.
Oh.
Don't even worry about it.
Cool. Well, I'm going to go with the Squigs next. So we're going to go with the Boingrot Bounders next. They're all in range to hit. So we'll start with the champion. He hits on 3s with the rider. So 3s. Both hit. And then 4s to wound with him. We'll just keep all the wounds to the side. He did none of them, but we'll put them all to the side and make Kron roll at once. 3s to hit for his Squig. Doesn't hit. Then these are the other 2 riders. So these are going to be 4s to hit. 3. And 4s to wound. 2. So we'll put them to the side for now. And then these are going to be 4s to hit for the Squigs. And 3s to wound. Nothing. So 2 and -1.
So I'm going to go back to those 4-ups. Ting ting.
Ting ting. All good. It'll be your Thunderers next then.
Yep.
Thunderers.
Looking for 4s to hit with their gun butts. And 4s to wound.
Nothing back on there. It doesn't really matter though, because I'm pretty sure they're running from Battle Shock.
The navigator's going to give it his best try. Looking for fours to hit. No, threes to hit. Either way, fours to wound. 1, no rend.
10. Probably should have gone back to my units, but like I said, doesn't really matter. Nothing there is going to alternate and change. Same with over here. So now I'm going to do my attacks over here. We'll just do them all in a row. So what we've done here is we've just done all our pile-ins at once because they're all going to go one after the other. And we'll now just go through all of their attacks. We've got Scragrot, the Brugit, Madcap Shaman, and then the Grots. We're going to get these 3 in here and these 2 here. These 2 are going to get in because they're behind the 25mm base, but in this guy's just that little bit too far out. So let's get into it. Starting with Scragrot, 4 attacks, 3s to hit, 3 hits, and 3s to wound, 3 wounds, -1 on him.
Before I roll any dice, I'm going to use his share to reroll my saves for this phase.
Cool, so -1 on him.
So 4 ups.
Saved them all, that's important.
Yeah.
Otherwise he would have got cursed by the bad moon on a stick. So the Brugit's going to go next with his concealed sticker. So 4s to hit, hits once, 4s to wound, doesn't wound. So we'll go with the Shaman next. He's just 4s to hit, hits, 4s to wound, wounds, -1.
That's a 4 up. With those rerolls still going on.
10. And then we got what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Grots. These are 5s to hit, 2, and 4s to wound. 1 wound, no rend, damage 1.
3 up.
10. And that's going to take us to the end of combat. We'll come back with a Battle Shock. So we've calculated out, I'm going to lose D6 plus 2, which means I can't possibly not lose 3. So the Boeing Grot Bounders sadly are gone. Once again, Krohn's models here don't care about Battle Shock, and he's not lost anything over here. I'm going to spend a command point, though, to make those Grots stay.
Makes sense.
And now we're going to go into the priority roll. I need this. All right, priority. I got a 6, I can't lose.
I got a 2. Looks like you still got a game to play.
Yeah. Do I give... No, I'm taking it. Taking this so badly. There is no way I'm not taking this. So we'll come back with a Gloomspite Gitz hero phase. First of all, start of the battle rounds, we got to roll for the moon. 2, so it just moves 1 square, so it's going to move it into the middle here, which means it's still affecting this quadrant. Doesn't really matter, just as long as it's in the middle of the quadrant somewhere, so we remember. So yeah, it's still going to affect the same quadrant, which means all the wizards in this one are going to get +1 bravery. So, calculating command points though, I'm going to get another command point to put me on to 4. Actually, no, 3, because I didn't put the one I spent down. So I'm up to 3. My general is then under it, so that will put me to 4. We then now have to roll for the Fungoid Cave Shaman. On a 4+, he'll give us a command point, which he does. And Scragrot will give us D3 on a 4+, which he does as well. So D3 for 2. So we're going to get another 3 on top of those 4, putting us to 7 command points. I need another dice. Alright, so to start with, Scragrot's going to cast Mork's Mighty Mushroom. So let's try and cast it. He's going to be getting +1 because he's Scragrot, +1 because he's under light of the moon. So goes off just on a 6.
Ooh, I feel like I want to try and stop that, actually.
Go for it. You need a 7.
That's how we do it.
10. Stopped. Cool. Scragrot's then going to cast... we'll go... Nick it on your dude, because he's got an artifact, yes?
He does.
Cool, we're going to go nick it.
Wait, don't you steal those. Oh.
4, 5, 6. Pretty sure it goes off. It does not go off. Damn it.
The Phosphex bombs are safe.
I was trying to nick his Phosphex bombs. So, this guy here, however, is going to cast Hand of Gork on himself. So, goes off on 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 because he's within 1 inch of Arcane there.
Running away.
Wait, what am I doing? So he's just flinging himself to safety over there. So this shaman back here is going to do Call of the Bad Moon. Goes off on an 8. 5, 6. Nope, doesn't go off. Just shy of casting it. Alright, so Fungoid Cave Shaman is going to try and cast the Scuttletide. Goes off on a 9. We'll come back and set that up. So we've set up the Scuttletide there. We're now going to roll the dice on a 5 up. It's a mortal wound to those Arcanauts. You're going to take 3 mortal wounds.
Ouch.
Then the last shaman to cast a spell here is going to cast the Malevolent Moon. Goes off on an 8. We'll set that up and then move it. So we set up the Malevolent Moon here. It's now moved over. Both units of Arcanauts clipped him and finished its movement where it is now. So on a 2+, these Arcanauts here take D3 mortals. Of course they don't. On a 2+, they'll take D3 mortals. They do, so D3. For 3 mortals on that unit in the middle, getting pummeled by magic.
Ow. Leave them alone.
This is what we've got to do. And now on the chemist at the front there. Not chemist, navigator, sorry. 2+. Takes D3 mortals for 1. That will be the end of the movement phase. However, sorry, not movement. Hero phase, except for I'm going to spend a command point to give my entire army rerolls to run and charges. Alright, so movement's all done for the Gloomspite Gitz. This guy's still half moved, so that looks like a short charge, but he actually needs a 10-inch charge. God damn you and your stupid rod of thinginess.
Well, I mean, that's only if I pick him. Just I can pick other things. I'm an independent dwarf who don't need no staff. You don't know me.
So we're going to shoot these grots, and they're going to shoot these Arcanauts here. So we're needing 5s to hit. It's not bad. Actually alright, to be honest. And 5 to wound. 2.
Take that on my 3-up dwarf save. Dwarf save.
1 dies. And so these shooters down here are going to shoot into the Thunderers. They've got no shares left. So 5, looking for a good roll. Yeah, that's pretty average. 5, you know, that is average. That's what I should get. And 5s. 1.
On the 3-up. Nope.
Take a wound. Now we're going to the Squid Gobbler. So Squid Gobbler's going to shoot the Thunderers, so he needs 4s. 2. Damn. And 3s. 1. No rends.
3+. Ting.
Ting. That's good for you. So the Colossal Squid's going to use his Puff Spores. He's got 1 shot. 5s. Misses. But I was expecting that. Most pointless attack there. We'll go into charges, I think, next. My mistake, sorry. Scragot's actually going to shoot with his Bad Moon on a stick at that guy. So 3s to hit. Hits with all 6.
Ouch.
And 3s to wound. Wounds with 5 at -1.
Ooh. 4+.
Well, he's taken 3 wounds, and that means he's going to just 1, but he's going to be affected by the Bad Moon on a stick.
Oh no.
All right, so we'll start with the Colossal Squig there, mainly
Surprise
because
of nobody. I'm going to choose to hit that with my "You shall not pass" staff.
so yep, halves his charge. So which means we work this out. What does he need? He needs a 10.
He needs a 10.
But he can reroll, and we know how I go with rerolling charge rolls. So 10, no, 5, reroll, got it.
Whoa.
That's a 10.
Alright.
Um,
That'll do it.
So he'll be in. We'll go through all the charges though. So he's got a 10, so we know he's literally just right up there. Spore Splatters. 5. We'll check that in a sec. Cool. So the Spore Splatters don't make it on a 5. They do need a 7. We just checked. So they got that on a 9 now. Cool. We'll do those charges and we'll do the rest in a sec. So we've pre-measured these ones. They need an 11-inch charge. They've got 9 to get to here and then 2 up. So 11, so see what they get. Note 4, definitely not. Rerolling, no. We'll go with the shooters then. 6 up is what they need. They got a 6. No, they need a 7, sorry. They need a 7. So rerolling, nope, 3, so they don't get in either. Not the worst. We've probably got the 2 most important charges in. And we'll go with combat. After charge, we'll roll for the Thunderers first. On a 6, they need copper mortal wound. They don't. And on a 6, the Navigator will copper mortal wound. He doesn't either. We'll now go into the combat and I'll pick someone to fight with first. You know what? That dirigible suit was terrible last time, so I'm going to pick the Spore Splatter Fanatics first. I'm going to pick the Spore Splatter Fanatics first. There's 5 of them going into the Thunderers. So they've got D3 attacks each. Or 6, 7, 8, 9. That's not the best. So 2's to hit. Missed with 1. And then 3's to wound. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 at -1.
Alright.
So 7 saves to make, -1, so they're going to be 4 pluses.
That's 1.
1. That's a really good roll for Kronspart there.
Dwarven Steel.
D3 for 1, so it's just going to pop a Thunderer.
Take away that mortar.
And then it's going to be your choice to pick. So you've either got your Thunderers, your Chemist, or you've got the dirigible suit over here.
Gonna take my dirigible suit and he's going to punch one of those important looking guys.
Scragrot or the Brugit? Scragrot.
Scragrot.
Cool.
Looking for 3s to hit. Oh,
He's about as useful as he was last time.
2's to wound. That's 1, -2.
So that's going to go straight through. Damage?
Damage is D3, which goes to 1.
So I got a 4 up after damage save, which I failed. So take a wound. Cool. Take a wound on Scragrot. So the Clots of Squig's going next. We're choosing to put all the jaws into the Thunderers and the trampling feet into the Navigator. Jaws to start with, 2's to hit. Everything, and these become 2d3 mortal wounds. And take out of the pool, and then 3's to wounds. So 5 at -2.
That'll be 5 ups.
Decent, safe.
Looks like
Wow.
1 goes through.
So it's going to be 3d3 though.
Yep.
For 9. So it's going to be them dead.
That's all the Thunder's gone.
And then we'll do the trampling feet. When I can pick up my dice properly. So these are 5's to hit. And 2's to wound. 3, -1, damage 1.
That would be 3 ups in this guy's case.
Saved them all. He's fine. Doesn't get crushed by the Colossal Squig. You've then got him to go with. Or your Arkanauts here are actually in combat if you wish.
The Arkanauts might give it a shot, so they're going to pile in 3 inches.
We'll come back with their pile in after this. Cool. So the Arkanauts have moved in to do the fight. This guy with his giant sky pike is going to go into the Colossal Squig. -1.
Be disappointed.
-1.
5's to hit.
Oh, 1 hit.
4's to wound.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Got through.
1 at -1.
So we'll just roll the dice and I'll check my save after. I'm going to have that. I know I've at least got a 5 up save.
And then we've got a lone little sky pie, gunbutt into the goblin. 4s, and that'll be about it. Yeah.
Yeah. Easy. No worries. My turn next. So we're going to go over back here and fight with some of Scragrot's minions. So we'll go Scragrot first. He's got 4 attacks, 3's to hit. 2 hits. And 3's to wound. 2 at -1 on your dirigible suit.
That'll be 4 ups. 1 goes through.
Takes another. So then we've got your Navigator next. Navigator's going into Colossal Squig. -1 to hit.
4's to hit. And 4's to wound.
Doesn't wound. Cool. We'll go with the Brugit over here next. So he's got 4's to hit. Hits once. 4s to wound. Doesn't wound.
And we're going to go with those Arcanauts.
And these ones over here, so we'll pile them in and we'll come back. So, Arcanauts next. We've got a few of them in combat with the Spore Splatters.
The Arcanaut and his Sergeant hitting on 4s, wounding on 4s.
Nothing.
And then we've got one, the Skypike hitting on 4s, wounding on 4s. Ooh, there's one, neg 1.
So I'll check Spore Splatters save. So it's just going to go straight through against the Spore Splatters, D3.
D3, that's 2 dead.
2 dead. Cool. And we'll go back over here with the Grots and we'll pile them in and come back with their attacks. So we've got 7 of the Grots into the dirigible suit. So 5s to hit. That's not bad. 3. We'll take that. And 4s to wound. 2. No rend, damage 1.
Those will be 3-ups. And he's fine.
He's fine. That's going to be the end of combat. And the end of the Gloomspite turn. There's not going to be any
Battle shot for the
Spore Splatters.
Spore
Yeah,
Splatters?
we'll have a check. So, Spore Splatters are bravery 10. They do not care that 2 of their dudes got smashed by this giant pike. They're too drugged up to worry. We're now going to go into the Kharadron Overlords hero phase for turn 2.
Also, that.
So, he also takes a wound at the end of the turn due to the bad moon on a stick cursing him. He's got 3 wounds left, so he is going to die at the end of this game.
Let's see if you can pocket sand some people out before that.
Yep. So, not Gloomspite, Kharadron Overlords, hero phase turn 2. What are we going to do?
We're going to dispel some spiders.
Yep, so we're going to go to spiders, not the moon.
Not the moon.
Spiders. Cool. So, show more.
That's a 5. Ooh,
Don't think it does. I think it's a 6. I'll double check. So, that does fail. The Scuttle Tide remains there. And halve the move of...
I'm going to go an Ether Storm on a 3+ on the Colossal Squig. On a 6, we're looking at more mortal wounds. Just halving of the move.
Yeah, that's still cool. He was probably hoping for the mortal wounds there, but halve its movement, it means it can't get around. It's probably not going to be able to jump around there. That's it for the hero phase, yeah?
Yep.
Yep, so we'll come back after all the movement's done. So, end of the movement phase for the Kharadron Overlords. One of the Ironclads has flown higher over this side, getting ready to try and blast that Colossal Squig. We've had the Engine Riggers move over. We've got the Gun Haulers and these Engine Riggers moving up behind the Goblin Lines here. And we've had these Arcanaut Company decide to retreat along with the Navigator out of combat. Smartly, they don't want to get eaten by a Squig if he survives, and the other Ironclads moved over here. So, we're going to go into the shooting phase.
Yep.
Right, so start of the Kharadron Overlord shooting phase. Obviously, these Arcanauts here and the Navigator. I always get him confused with the chemist. You always normally bring a chemist, so I'm just so confused that it's not a chemist.
That was last book.
So anyway, they can't shoot, they ran. So we're going to do these Arcanauts here to start with because they'd have to shoot these guys, so we'll start with them.
Yep. So we're going to start with that volley gun, hitting on 5s. And wounding on 4s. 1 at neg 1, damage 1.
So it's just going to go straight through.
So I'm guessing you've got cover.
No. Oh, yeah, because wobbly model syndrome. So 6 up.
Yep.
No.
Kills a dude.
That's your dice anyway.
Oh. Light Skyhook. 4s to hit.
Misses.
And then we've got pistols. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sergeant. 4s to hit. Very good. And 4s to wound. That'll be 7 at no negs, damage 1.
So these are going to be 5 ups. I saved a few, but there's not enough. So the Spore Splatters are going to be removed.
The Stormbolt belongs to me.
They did alright. With the dirigible suit next, who's he going to shoot?
Well, before we start doing that, I'm going to use a little artifact I like to call Phosphex Bomblets. And he's going to throw some into Skragrot's face.
Cool. So, go. Now, how does this work? Do I roll the save, or do you do all the mortal wounds and then I roll my saves?
I do all the mortal wounds, then you roll a save.
Cool.
So we're going to roll 1 dice at a time on a 2+, take some mortal wound.
Until you roll a 1.
Until you roll a 1.
1?
1 mortal wound. Ah.
Woohoo!
That's disappointing.
So 4 up, save and ignore it. Can we make this the most disappointing Phosphex bombs of all time? No, take the mortal wound at least. At least they take the mortal wounds.
Alright, well, I'll just open up with all of his guns into him then.
So -1 because I am still within a unit.
Yep. And negative another one because you're part of Gobblepalooza?
No, Scragrot's not. So just -1 on Scragrot.
Alright, so we've got a dirigible suit weapons battery hitting on 4s. And
much better than last time.
On 3s. Yeah, it is.
4?
4, -1.
So he's going to have a 6 up. Save 1 and then
1 damage each.
And then 4 up after damage. That takes another wound. He's halfway dead.
Then he's got his cannon hitting on 4s.
Hits.
Wounding on 2s. 1 at -2. Blam!
Cool, goes through. Damage. Just
Straight through with 3 damage.
So 4 ups. Save 1,
Oof.
take 2. I've got 1 wound left.
And we've got the Archgazer Grungy hitting on 4s. Nope. So he's alive.
Woo. Alright, so the Overcast is going to shoot into the Colossal Squig. What's he starting with?
With everything she's got. Broadsides. Carbines first. 3s to hit. I need to do a thing. 3s to wound. 3 at -1.
So these are going to be 6s.
Yep. And 2 damage each.
So I take 6, so that's going to put him on 7 wounds. I don't know how many he's got, so you've declared everything into him, so we'll just keep putting on wounds onto him and we'll figure out at the end of the turn whether he's dead.
Keep firing! Cannon! Scattershot! 3s to hit. Ooh.
So not great.
3s to wound. There's 2 at -1.
So 6 up. Nope, fail both. Damage.
Damage 2 each.
That's another 4, so he's going to be on 11. So.
And then ending with her torpedoes. 4s to hit.
It's not bad.
And 3s to wound.
2.
2, -1.
So 6 ups. Failed both.
They're D3 damage each. 5, so that's put him on 16.
Alright, we'll come back and we'll see whether he's dead. And he's got 16 wounds, so sad face. He's dead.
That's how.
What are you announcing?
I'm announcing that the battalion that I have and have been forgetting up until now, the Gunstock Escort Wing, is going to pick those goblins as their target, and the Ironclad and these 2 Gunhaulers and the Thunderers are going to be all 1s to hit against that unit.
Yep, so you have 20 shooters there. Cool. Obviously, that doesn't matter because they can't shoot there. But we've got the 2 gun haulers here. I think it's Ironclad shooting over there anyway, I would say. So, who are we going to go with first?
We'll start off with the 2 escorts.
So we'll start with this one?
Yep.
Cool. He's the furthest away, so it makes sense to shoot with him first. Into definitely this unit of Grots, yeah?
Oh, yeah. I mean, what else would I fight at?
No, so into the unit of Grots that he's actually got all the benefits against.
Yep. You know what? We're gonna go fancy. We're gonna use his solid shell cannon hitting on 3s, and that is why you never go with the solid shell cannon. Carbines hitting on 3s, wounding on 4s. Okay.
That's what happens when you get greedy.
It is. So second one.
Solid shell.
Don't tempt me. Scatter shell. 3 shots. 3s to hit. Leave on those 1s. And 3s to wound. 2 at -1.
So they just go straight through.
2 damage each.
Cool, so it's going to be 4 of them removed. Cool, and so the carbines for the second one.
Yep. Just 3s to hit. 4s to wound.
Nothing.
Don't even worry about it.
Cool, go these guys next.
They will.
Now, trying to shoot any member of the Gobblepalooza, you're going to be -2. And you're going to be like -3 to shoot him. Oh, -2.
Because he's not part of the Gobblepalooza, is he?
He's got the clammy cow though, so he's got an artifact that makes up,
-2.
and he's a -1 to hit naturally. So is he within 3 inch of that unit? That's what matters.
Oh.
Because then he'll be
Wait,
negative.
why is he -1 to hit naturally?
That's just his ability.
Oh, so -3 to hit, huh?
Yep.
Alright, let's shoot at some gobbos.
Cool, gonna shoot the goblins.
So we've got 6 guys. They've each got 3 shots.
So, going the shots from the Endrin Riggers into the Grots.
There's 3s to hit. And 4s to wound.
-1.
-1. So we're looking at 7 dead gobos.
Cool, 7 dead Grots from there. So, we've then got the Ironclad here that's going to shoot at these 20 shooters here. Everything's in range, I'm assuming?
Yep, and we're going to reroll some wounds.
Cool. So, spending his Aether Gold to allow him to reroll wounds.
Yep. So, first up, we've got the carbines. 8 shots. Rerolling nothing. And 3s to wound.
Rerolling this, though.
Rerolling these. So that'll be
6.
12 dead gobos.
Cool. So we'll just keep a counter over here of how many dead gobos.
Then we've got the Great Volley Cannon. 46 shots for 13.
Yep.
Hitting on 3s. And wounding on 3s. And we're going to reroll those. So that's another...
That's 8 dice there, isn't it? That's them. They're
8
dead.
dead. Oh.
That's 20, because then you've done 12 and another 8. That's 20.
Alright. And the torpedoes just...
There's a crater here now. See this crater? That's what they did. Yep, they're dead. I think that's it for your shooting, because, yeah, they're out of range over there. Yeah.
Okay, we're going to shoot the squigs, so yeah, no, let's get into combat.
Alright, charge phase. So we'll start with the Ironclad over here, just because if he does make a 12-inch charge, he can tie up this unit of stabbers here, which pretty much protects that unit there for a decent amount of time. So
Yep.
we've worked it out. He does need, I think it was 12 you need.
Something big.
It's not got any rerolls. There's no heroes nearby it, so...
Blowing the war horn. And nope.
No. Worth a shot, because, yeah, like I said, if that there managed to get into those grots, it tags them and pretty much keeps those Arkanauts there safe.
Into the melee over here.
Cool, so the Endrin Riggers are charging anything but a double 1, pretty much.
Oh, look, it's a 7.
7, cool, we'll come back after. More charges, so you're going to charge with gun haulers?
Gonna charge with this gun hauler here.
Yep, so this one first.
Gonna go say not with a double 1.
Double 1, he ain't
But
getting...
that is why we have command.
Really?
We're not gonna use it.
Not going to use it? Cool, so this guy.
Second gun hauler. That's a 6.
So he's getting somewhere at least.
So we're gonna try and get and save this Endrin Master before anything else happens.
We know he's dead regardless, right? Yeah, you're fine.
Oh yeah. So
There we go, done. So that's the charge is done, I think. They can't charge, they ran. They're out of range of everything. Ironclad failed, that Ironclad's out of range. So go into combat.
Yep.
Start of combat, we're going to drop some bombs with this guy.
a 4+. Pick a unit and it takes D3 mortal wounds.
Nope.
No, it doesn't.
Scaremonger's still alive.
And I guess first unit, which will be this Endrin Master, and he's gonna
Put everything in the
gonna
Scaremonger.
go punch a grot. So, please to hit. Now he's doing it.
Might be the end for Scaremonger.
2 to wound. There's 2 at -2.
So they go straight through. Damage?
Damage is D3 for a total of 5.
Alright, I need to make 5 saves.
5 4+. Oh, that is no. Wait, that is your.
Oh, that's command dice. There we go.
Here, take one of these.
5 4+. They've all got to show 4s or Scragrot drops. Oh, that's not... Scragrot does drop though, unfortunately. Bye-bye, Scraggy. So, he did declare all these attacks on them, so it's going to be my turn to pick someone to fight.
Yep.
Alright, well, we're going to try and remove the model that we can. We're going to go with the stabbers here. So what have we got? We've got 8 guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And so we're going to need 5s to hit. So we've got 3. And 4s to wound. 2, no rends, damage 1.
It's a 3 up. He takes another one. He's
Take
got
another
2
one.
left.
Poked one of those important vent things he's got. You're going to go with the engine riggers next, I'm going to assume.
I'm going to gang up on some of these Gobblepalooza guys. That's what I'm going to do.
Cool. So we'll come back with a pile in, because that'll be an interesting pile. So, going to go with the engine riggers next. We've got 3 of them, including the sergeant here, into the Shrewmancer.
Looking for 3s to hit. And 2s to wound.
And 2s pretty much kill me off.
Those are all at -2.
And D3.
And D3
so
damage.
If any, they need to be all 1s. No.
That's 6 wounds.
So, Shrewmancer dies. And then we'll go the other 3 into the Scaremonger.
Same deal. 3s to hit. Ooh. 2s to wound. 1 at -2.
Alright, so go straight through. So it's not going to kill me.
For a total of 3 damage.
It doesn't kill me, but he puts him on 1 wound left. Cool. My turn to pick something next. Cool, so we're going to go the Brugit next into him. He's got 2 wounds left.
2 wounds left.
2 wounds left. So if these both hit and wound, we could kill him. It's not going to happen though. Forced to hit. No, it's not. We're not with double 1s. So now we're going to go onto the gun hauler fighting back against the grots. So the gun hauler into the grots there. 4 attacks.
Gun hauler, 4 attacks. 4s and 4s.
It's twice. Or he could chew.
There's no.
No, cool. Nothing. We'll go over here and do my attacks here. Alright, so we're going to go to Scaremonger next. He's got 4 attacks, hitting on 4s. Hits for 2. Wounding on 3s. Wounds twice. -1.
So that's only a 5 up there. 1 goes through.
D3 damage. 1.
Still holding on.
And so we'll go to the next one. So we'll go to the Boggle Eye. So he's got 1 attack, 4 and 4. Hits. Whoop. Into the dice tray. Doesn't wound. And the other one for the Spiker, 4s hits and 3s to wound. Doesn't wound. And now we'll go into the grots. Alright, so we'll go the shooters into them. So they're 5s. 2 hits. And 5s. Can all my goblins bring down 1? No, they can't. And then we'll go over here. We've got the stabbers, 1, 2, 3. Oh no, they've gone with
there's fought.
Yeah, they've already fought. Brugit's already gone. That's all the combats. So we'll come back with some battle shock. And so that's the end. I'm going to spend a command point here and here thanks to the Loon Boss and make both those units immune to battle shock. We're now going to go into the priority role. This could be really important, although there are 2 endless spells on the table, so decisions have to be made. So let's go into priority. I'm the green dice. Got a 1.
Oh, here
he needs to roll anything but a 1. 2. Is KO taking it?
I am taking that Kharadron Overlord double turn.
Cool. So I'm going to move the first endless spell, and I'm going to pick the Mesmerizing Moon. So, start of the turn, we've moved the 2 endless spells. I moved the Mesmerizing Rune. It's hit both these units of Arcanauts, so we'll roll for them in a sec. Krohn then got to move the Scuttle Tide. He's moved over there just away from his troops because he doesn't want the spiders eating his troops. So, on a 2+ here, they will take D3 mortals. They will, so D3 for 3 mortals on them.
Ouch.
And on 2+, these guys, no.
They are alive.
One of those 3 mortals on them. So we're going to go into the Kharadron Overlords hero phase. So, also forgot the end of the turn, he now takes another wound, meaning he's on his last wound now. He's going to die at the end of this turn. Find it hilarious, like just the narrative of him finally probably going to be able to rescue his friend, only to turn into a pile of mushrooms at the end of it all. So,
I don't feel so good, Mr. Navigator.
It's a bit grimdark there, love it. And that's the end. Krohn gains a command point. I don't think there's anything else in your hero phase to do, is there?
Nope, all ships are fully functional and ready to fire.
Cool, so we'll come back at the end of the movement phase and then begin the pain phase. Cool, so to start the movement phase, we've got something cool happening. One of the gun haulers has jumped over here and it's now got an artifact or something where it's going to pick this in.
Something called the collapsible compartment. The rescue ships are here and we are going to get inside of its garrison with our 4 models.
Cool, so everyone there is jumping inside of that. Awesome.
And the Ironclad is about to do the very same thing.
Which one? This one over here?
The Victorious is going to move up 10 inches. So it is within. So everyone is wholly within 6 inches of the ironclad and can therefore enter its garrison.
Whoa.
We are rescuing the Skyfarers.
Love it. Just absolutely cinematic there. Coming in, picking them up. My Grots have got a bit of work to do, so we'll see how we can go. Can we take down those airships? We probably needed a giant squig to do this. So, end of the movement phase. Obviously, you've seen that these guys have come in and picked up all of the survivors. And then we've had this gun hauler just sort of, I think he stayed where he is pretty much. Maybe a little bit slightly moved forward. Endrinrigger's coming in to face the Loon Boss. He's in a world of pain. And the other ironclad now staring down on those Grots and characters. It's going to be painful there. We'll now go into the shooting phase. He does have to wipe me, though, to get a major. So I could do some really sneaky things. So shooting ironclad up here.
It is going to shoot its cannon into this wizard man.
To the fungoid.
And it's going to shoot everything else into those gobbos.
Into the gobbos at the front. Cool. So cannon into the fungoid.
Solid shell. 3s. There we go. 2s. Neg 2.
Go straight
Damage
through.
6.
6. Alrighty. So 4 up save, so I need to save 3 of these. What you do? Take 3. I'm not sure if he's 4 or 5 wounds, but yeah, he's alive, saving 3. I can guarantee that. He does not have 3 wounds, he's got more than that.
Alright, I guess I'll just have to...
And so the rest of the shots into the grots.
Into those goblins. Let's sweep some decks. Carbines hitting on 3s. And wounding on 3s. That's 4 at neg 1.
So 5 ups. Sorry, so go to 6 ups.
Yep.
Save 1.
So that's 6 dead gobbos.
Cool. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Then we've got some torpedoes.
Cool.
4s to hit. And 3 to wound. 1 at neg 1.
Cool. 6 up. No.
And 1 gobbo dead.
Cool.
What's he?
That's a shaman at the back there.
Oh, right, there's 3 of them.
Yeah, there's all the mad caps over that side.
Yeah.
Cool. So, what we're going to do with this ironclad is carbines are going to go over here into the grots. Now, I think I've got this correct. Torpedoes.
Torpedoes.
Main cannon.
Main cannon.
Cool. So we'll start with the main cannon. Let's see if you pulverize a grot.
Alright, 46 shots. That's
8, 9, 14.
14 good shots.
Should be a dead grot. If he gets through 4 damage here, it's just a dead grot.
3s to hit. It's a bit of an overkill. But it's...
if we learnt anything from your missile shot before, you need to actually kill him.
That'll be...
That's more than 4 through, so he's just going to go... He is utterly annihilated. Poor grot. So then we'll shoot your torpedoes at the fungoid cave shaman.
Let's see if we can take him out. 4s to hit.
2 hits.
And 3s to wound.
So these have negative, so they go straight through his armor, so do your damage roll.
2 at negative 1. Damage is 3.
Alright, so we'll see whether... So I got 4 up after save. Failed 2, if I failed... Right, I'm pretty sure I've only got 5 wounds. We'll come back and check that. Cool, yeah, he's only got 4 wounds, so he dies, unfortunately, as well. And now we'll go the carbines into the shooters.
Gonna shoot some carbines out the rear. 3s to hit. And 3s to wound. That'll be 3 at neg 1, so that's 6 dead grots.
Ouch. So 6 of these guys are going to die. Cool, so the gun hauler's going to shoot next.
Into the remaining
shooters, yeah.
Shooters.
Into the remaining 3 shooters there, so...
So we've got some carbine shots hitting on 3s.
2 hits.
And wounding on 4s.
1, so it's going to kill 2, yeah?
Just 1.
Just 1, cool.
And then we've got the cannon. This is the one that kills 2. 3 shots. 3s to hit.
Oh, all hit.
And 3s to wound. That's 4 dead grots.
So that's them gone. Cool.
Alright.
Do you want to do your dirigible suit just because he's pretty easy to do because he has to shoot over the brew kit? Or...
Yep. He is going to shoot some stabbers.
Yeah, because the brew kit will be -2 to shoot.
A few too many negatives. Cannon hitting on 3s. Wounding on 2s.
Nope.
No. Gazer Grungy hitting on 3s.
Nope.
Wow.
And then his Arsenal.
His Divisional Troop Weapons Battery. 3s to hit.
That wasn't one of them.
That was 6 dice.
6 dice, cool.
And 3s to wound. So that'll be 3 at -1.
Cool, so these are going to be 6 ups. Save 1, so 2 dead grots. Got 1 and 2. And now we'll sort out the...
So,
do you
we're
want
going to start with these guys.
Yep.
I'm going to have half of them shoot at him, and half of them shoot at him.
Cool. So half into the Spiker, half into the Scaremonger.
Yep.
My mistake. 3 into the Spiker, 3 into the Boggle Eyes. Just remembering the Scaremonger is only on 1 wound. So we'll go into the Spiker first, 3 of them.
Yep, that's 9 shots, hitting on 3s.
-1, because you're shooting.
Hitting on 4s.
Because, yeah, their Slippery Git ability applies only to shooting, even if you're still in combat with them.
Yep. 4s to wound, that is 2 at -1.
Now, these just damage 1.
Damage 1.
Cool. So -1, I'll come back and check his save, because they're all different. All the goddamn models in the Gobblepalooza are just different in just minute ways. After looking at the saves, he's just going to take 2 wounds. We'll put them on him in a sec.
And the other 3 are going to shoot at the Boggle Eye.
Yep, Boggle Eye.
Now, getting them, starting to get the names right. 4s to hit.
Now just to get their actual profiles right.
And 4s to wound. That'll be 3 at -1.
So he's going to take 3 wounds.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yep.
Cool. And that's them done. So they're all going to be... he's going to have 2 wounds left. He's going to have
1 wound.
1 wound left. And he's got 1 wound left.
Yep.
And now we'll go into that unit over there. So these guys are going to shoot into the Loon Boss. He's -2 at the moment. He's not -3. There's no one near him anymore anyway. So -2 to hit him.
So looking for 5s. Not a lot.
That's good on my end. You only need to do 2 wounds to him though.
4s to wound. Not one.
Well, he's alive. You're going to have to come fight me.
Oh yeah. So last thing to shoot would be that gun hauler.
Gun hauler. Going to say he's going into the Loon Boss as well.
Actually, he's going to go and shoot at the guy with 2 wounds left.
Cool. So the Spiker. So you're going to be -1.
Yep. So we've got a scatter shot from the cannon. 1 shot. 3s to hit. 4s to hit.
Misses anyway.
Misses.
Clear out the dice tray.
Actually, we do have more things to shoot. I didn't. Because there are people inside those boats.
So we'll finish the gun hauler anyway, and we'll pick
no, that's all the gun hauler's got.
Oh, okay. Cool. So where are the guys inside the boat shooting? The chemist with 9-inch, I think, will be out of range.
Luckily, it's not a chemist. It's a navigator with 24-inch range. Close to 15-inch range.
I don't know how many times I've called it a chemist this game so far.
So he's actually going to shoot at this Boggle Eye there.
Yep.
Needing 4s to hit.
1 hit.
That was a 1. And 4s to wound. 1 at -1.
Yep, so...
Just does the damage. And
-1 note, so on him, yeah, so yeah, that's just going to kill him. Thought you were shooting at the Loon Boss for a sec. I'm like...
Oh.
And so you've got the Arkanauts in there?
The Arkanauts, of which I'm going to just shoot the light Skyhook. That's got 18-inch range. It's going to shoot into him.
Into the Spiker. Yep.
Looking for -1, so we've got 5s to hit.
Hits.
Hits. 3s to wound. 1 at -2.
This is going to remove damage.
Damage is D3 for 2.
It's going to get him. Killing all my grots.
Finally, we've got 1 light Skyhook from this boat shooting into Scaremonger. 5s to hit. No.
And that's all the shooting done now, I think. Charges?
Charges. Alright, we will start off with those balloon boys.
Alright, charges. So, yeah. These guys are going to charge. They need, what, 3, 4 maybe?
Something small.
They got do it. An 11. So they're literally just going to wrap all the way around him. They're going to get as many as they can in. We'll come back once they're done. Cool, so we're going to charge the Ironclad here as well. Once again, just trying to tag because it pretty much removes those grots from the game at this point.
Oh, double 1. Not like that.
Is that the second double 1 you rolled for that Ironclad's charge? No. That was this Iron... the gun hauler, sorry.
Yep.
Second double 1.
Don't want to be in combat, turns out.
Turns out, They don't want to do this thing that they're not supposed to do.
Speaking of gun haulers, let's charge that one.
Charge him again.
Oh, I've got a 4 this time.
We'll have a look. It's going to be close. Yep.
That'll do it.
He's in, so he just piles into the back of the grots there. If you want, we'll just place him like that. That way, at least the grot spaces are keeping him nice and safe. Always rather have models not falling over. And that's it for charges, I think.
Yep, so...
Let's go into combat. Beginning of the combat phase, he's going to drop bombs on the grots.
4+.
No. Oh. So we're going to go with the...
individual suit.
Yep, that guy.
He's going to punch that hero grot.
Let's go into the brew kit.
3s to hit.
But I have beer. Like, why would a dwarf be punching a beer maker?
This isn't proper Dwarven ale. There's one at Nate 2, and it's going to do a whole load of 3 damage.
So he's got 1 wound left. Anything else coming out of him?
Nope.
Cool. So my attack's next. I'm going to go with the Loon Boss. Let's get him before he gets murdered. Loon Boss here is going to have his own command ability on him, so any 6 to hit do a mortal wound in addition to any other damage. So he's got 3 attacks. 3s to hit, looking for 6s though. No. And then 3s to wound. 1, -1 on them.
Looking for 5s. That'll do it.
It's not going well. Cool, that's him done. Cool, so the engine riggers here have piled in. 5 of them are going to hit the Scaremonger.
Have 6 attacks with the Sergeant. Looking for 3s to hit. And 2s to murder.
Yeah, it's 3 wounds, so he dies. So, going to go with the Brew Git next. Into him, we're going to kill him. 4s. 1 hit. 4s. Wounds. -1. Come on.
4 up. 10.
So you're going to have your Gun Hauler next then?
Yep. Gun Hauler is going to fight the Gobbos.
Yep.
4s to hit. There we go. Gun Hauler. 4s to wound. 3. No nags, but...
3 5-ups needed. Save 2. So only 1 drops. Cool. So we'll just remove. Doesn't matter at this point. Remove him. And then we've got 5 Gobbos going into Andrew Master. We're going to get him. 5s. 1. 4s.
Need.
1.
There it is. 3 up.
Oh, come on.
It's like the...
So we're going to have these engine riggers attacking the Loon Boss. He's -2 to hit.
That's 5s to hit. But there's 2 hits.
So...
And 2s to wound. 2 at -2.
So that goes straight through. So it doesn't matter what you roll, even double 1s.
Straight for the 4 damage. And
that removes the Loon Boss. Not looking good for the Grots, but he does need to table me. So, we've had a unit of shooters removed, so we've actually got to roll for them in a sec too. Actually, 2 units of shooters removed, so we've got to roll for them. That's the end of combat. They lost 1, so they're going to have to actually take a battle shock test.
They're -1 bravery because they're within 6 inches of my units.
So I'm pretty sure I'm only bravery 4, so I'm losing D6 minus D6 plus 2. No, D6 minus 2. Sorry. So I'll lose another grot.
And the Endron Master will finally succumb
to the Bad Moon on a stick. He dies from Scragrot's curse. Cool. Alright, Gloomspite Gitz hero phase. We're going to start with some magic from the grots. So, there's not an awful lot of magic left to do. So we're going to try and cast Mork's Mighty Mushroom. Well, first of all, we should have rolled for our moon. Oh no, yeah, we didn't roll for the moon this battle round, so...
We haven't yet.
So it's in the middle now, which means it's affecting the whole table. Cool, so all my grots are going to get +1 to cast. So, Madcap Shaman, we're going to try and cast Mork's Mighty Mushroom. Goes off on a 10, 11, 12.
I'm not even going to try.
So, let's do that. So, we need to set it up within 66 of the caster. So, 12, 18, 24 inch. We'll come back with him placed on the table. Up here, he's within 8 inch of all these units here. So, we'll start with the Ironclad. On a 5-up, the Ironclad takes a mortal wound. Nope. Now, what models are in this Ironclad?
We have 5 Arkanauts.
Alright, so 5 Arkanauts. On a 5-up, it's a mortal wound to them. 2 mortal wounds.
2 down.
Then we'll, on a 5-up, the Gun Hauler takes a mortal wound on the Gun Hauler.
Ow.
And then you've got 3 dudes in the Gun Hauler.
So 3 Arkanauts.
So we're off for them.
Yep.
5-ups. One of them dies.
And 1 Navigator.
Navigator doesn't. Cool. And then this guy here is going to use Call of the Bad Moon. I'm going to target the Arkanaut company in here. I need an 8 to cast, but a 6 on the dice need to show. 7, 8, 9. Goes up.
Your last spell.
That's my last spell.
I'm trying to spell it. Need a 10. Boom.
Boom. Gone. Stops. Cool. That's going to be it for the hero phase. We'll come back after the movement. Right, end of the movement phase. We just move these grots up. Shaman's up behind him. Squid Gobbler stays where he is. And they stay where they are over there. Going to go into shooting. We've got the Squid Gobbler. That's all we've got left for shooting. So he's going to, you know what, we might as well try. He's going to go on the far side. He's going to target your unit in there. So he's going to need 5s to hit.
And so it's neg 1 to hit, and they get +1 save.
Yeah, that's fine. Got to try. So 5s gets 2. And 4s gets 1. No rends.
I'm going to use their share to give them rerollable saves, because I am not failing this 3+.
Oh.
And that is why we do that.
Do we get save?
Ting.
Ting. Good. Potentially was D3 dead, so now we're going to go into charges. So these grots here are going to try and charge into the Ironclad. We need a 10. 9. Oh. We'll use a command point. We've got the heroes there. So no, they fail. That's going to be combat next, so we'll go over there. So dropping bombs, he's going to pick the Brugit because he is within the inch of it. So
4+. Can we do it?
No.
Not yet.
So we'll pick the Brugit first. So 2 attacks, 4s to hit, 1 hit, 4s to wound, doesn't wound.
The boat will fight back. We're going to try and take out that Brugit. 4s to hit. And 4s to wound. It's just 1.
So
no
6
negs.
up. 6 up. No, Brugit falls down. And then we're going to go to the grots. So 5s to hit. Oh, okay.
That'll do it.
4s to wound. Alright. 3, no rounds.
4-ups. Ow.
Take 2. I threw that pointy sticks up in the air. That's going to be the end of the turn. Right, we're going to roll for priority.
No, we're not. We are going to see if your goblins come back.
Actually, yeah, we are. So, smart play by him. He didn't kill the 4 grots here, because if he did even put a wound on them, they probably would have ran. So, on a 4+, I'm going to get...
definitely on purpose. I'm a strategic genius.
On a 4+, I'm going to get 1 of my shooter units back at half strength. I do, so 10 shooters are going to come on the table. So, end of turn there, we've got these goblins coming on. And he's going to spend a command point to make everyone within 24 inch of the general immune to battle shock. That's a special command ability for the...
As he points out, look, the fleet's arriving. As he's sitting in a boat with all of his friends. Don't think too hard about it.
Yeah. The fleet is here. We'll go with that's what he's saying. So, priority roll. I'm going to go green. Where's my roll? Goblins need this. 2.
5.
I think we can safely say that's game at this point. Oh, well no. We'll see. Because we've got to do these endless spells. So, are you going to take the turn?
I will take this turn.
So, I'm going to get to move the first endless spell. Now, Mork's Mighty Mushroom doesn't move. It just sits there and pulses. And I'm going to choose to move this first. So, we could potentially kill everything here. Oh, no. He's got 5 wounds, doesn't he, the hero?
4 wounds left.
4 wounds, so he could die. All right. Let's see how this goes. So, we'll start with Mork's Mighty Mushroom on the Ironclad. On a 5-up, it takes a mortal wound. The Ironclad takes a mortal wound. How many Arkanauts are left inside?
Looks like it's 3.
So 3 guys inside the Ironclad on 5-up.
None of them die. So the gun hauler on a 5-up doesn't. The navigator, I almost said it, doesn't.
And there's 2 of his friends.
One of them dies.
Oh, one of his friends.
And now we'll move the moon and we'll come back with its movement. Cool, we just did the measuring. He can go forward, hit that, and come back with enough movement and hit the ironclad. So on a 2-up, the ironclad's going to take D3 models. Does, so D3 models on the ironclad for 1. And now the unit inside on a 2-up takes them. D3 mortals.
Oh boy.
For 2. That's them dead, isn't it?
No,
no.
There's 1 sergeant left.
Ah! Damn it. And then the unit will start with the gun hauler on a 2-up.
Yep.
Nope. Cool, I've got my 1 out of my system, hopefully. The navigator.
Yep.
Yep. D3 for 1.
Take 1, he's got 3 left.
And then the unit.
1 sergeant inside.
So on a 2-up, he's dead.
I believe.
He's dead. We'll roll to see how many we get. 1. So we've got just enough on him. So there is a navigator and 1 Archanaut.
1 Archanaut in the ironclad.
That is all I've got to kill. He's got to kill everything, and he knows he now needs to kill everything. Because, yeah.
Too many endless spells.
Yeah. Has to kill him. So we'll come back with Kharadron Overlords hero phase. Cool. So he's going to try and attempt to dispel the Mork's Mighty Mushroom.
Yep. There's a 9. That
yep.
looks like enough.
Cool. So that's gone. And that's the end of your hero phase, other than gaining a command point, I believe.
Yep.
Cool. We'll come back after all the movement is done.
And
So, end of the movement phase, we've had the engine riggers surround these poor 4 goblins. They're going to have a bad time. Over here, we've got the goblins being surrounded by the ironclads and a gun hauler as well. Also, just while we're at it, start the battle round, we need to roll for the moon again.
Yep.
Moves to 1, so it's going over to that quadrant now. Always forget about the moon, because it's, you know, the most useless terrain piece, or useless allegiance ability ever. But, so we've had all them move, we're now going to go into the shooting phase. If he kills a decent amount, it could be game, but we'll see. Alright, cool, so we're going to do the engine riggers. We'll do 1 unit first, so.
Looking for 3s.
So, gonna hurt. Oh, that's a really good roll too. You missed like, what, 3?
Yeah, something like that.
4s though.
I think we're done. We're done.
Well, maybe. I've got a 6-up save.
Alright, 9 6-ups, please.
I need to pass
5.
9. So what's that for? So
You pass 6, yep.
and you pass 6.
There's
2.
There's 2.
Over here, so what, we're going to go with the gun hauler. Where's he shooting?
Well, the gun hauler will begin by firing. No, we'll start with the ironclad Victorious. We'll fire into that squid gobbler.
Cool. Ironclad.
What is that? Starboard broadsides. We've got the great volley cannon. It's gonna shoot 15 shots.
Cool. So 15 shots. You got a big battalion.
While we're doing this, I'm also gonna pick the title of the battalion to be this mageman. So
This
I'm
guy.
rolling 1s to hit him.
He's going to die. So back into the squid gobbler though.
Back in the squid gobbler.
15 shots.
3s to hit. And then we're looking for 3s to wound. That's a lot of hits. Oh. That would be 7, -1.
So I'm not dead yet. So 6 ups. Saved none, so I've got 1 wound left.
Oh. Torpedoes, finish it. 4s. 3s. No. Alright, let's see if the carbines are in range. The answer is yes.
Cool. Carbine's in range. Can
Alright.
they finish him?
Starboard broadside, fire! That'll be 5 at -1.
5 6-ups. You saw it here first. I meant to say no passes at all. Definitely no passes at all. Squid Gobbler is dead. Cool. So the Ironclad here is going to shoot its cannon into this, and then the carbines and the torpedoes into them, yes?
Yep.
Cool. So we'll start with the cannon into the shooters.
Starting with the cannon. Looking for 3s.
Ouch.
Pretty good. Pretty good. We need 5 of these to go through. 3s to wound. Ah, it's 2 left. So that is 4 at -1, damage 2 each.
Yep, so it's going to be all but 2 of them. It's 2 grot bows I could use later. And then into the other unit.
And we've got our broadsides firing into the stabbers. Looking for 3s. And 3s again. That'll be 6. -1.
So we've got a 6-up save here. Saved 1, so 5 die from there.
That's 10 dead in total.
Cool. 10 dead. We'll work this out now. So, the torpedoes as well.
4s to hit. Oh, 1 hit. 3s to wound. 1 at -1.
So, 6 up. Nope.
D3 damage. Just 1. That's all I need.
We're going to take him.
The heroes are unprotected.
Yep. So we'll go into the next shooting. So gun hauler here is going into this grot. He's no longer got lookout sir, so just your normal shots.
The only thing in range is the cannon, so scatter shots. 6 shots.
Ouch.
Looking for 3s to hit. Oh.
All of them.
And 3s to wound.
Need 4 of them.
That's 4, then they're 2 damage each.
So they're just going to go through and kill him. And then your other gun hauler up the back there.
Let's see. A thing that you don't normally check in Age of Sigma. Line of sight. And I don't think I have it to that hero there.
I think this pillar here is what's really killing it.
The pillar and the giant gun ironclad in front of it.
Cool. So you probably can see these guys here though.
Yeah, he'll just wipe out some gobbos. That's alright. Carbines hitting on 3s. Wounding on 4s. 1 at -1. 1 damage.
1 dead.
And then we've got the cannon scatter shots. 1 shot. 3s to hit. No.
Cool. So it's going to be 1 gobbo. Every model counts. I've only got to kill 2 Kharadron models.
Alright.
Cool. So the navigator's going to shoot out of here into this 1 gobbo because he's got a bow.
So 2 things.
Yep.
3s to hit. Or 3s to wound. 1 at -1.
Just go straight through so it does kill him. Unfortunately, we're going to go into the charge phase. I'm assuming that Ironclad's going to charge.
That Ironclad has been waiting all game to charge. 6.
So it ignores all vertical shot.
It does. So it is going to charge into here.
And tag both.
And now comes the fun part. Zombicores Deal Breaker Battle Ram. So I roll a 6 to charge. I roll 4 dice. Pick 1 model that I charged. Roll as many dice as I roll to charge. And for every 4+, does a mortal wound. And that's 2 mortal wounds going on that goblin hero.
Cool. So he's going to have 2 wounds left. Going to kill him, or he's going to cast that mushroom.
Yeah, you might. Start of the combat phase.
Yep.
I'm going to drop some bombs.
Cool.
2+ for Ironclads. And we're dropping them on the Goblin Hero for D3 damage.
3. That's him dead. I think that's all I can do. You've got to kill 2 models though with him.
We've got 2 models. Come on, it's an Ironclad. It's got 8 attacks. 4s to hit. Oh, that's not looking good. 4s to wound. No negs.
No.
Damage 1.
Failed them both, and that is the goblins wiped off the table. Victory to the Kharadron Overlords.
Grand Kharadron Enclave will ride again.
Alright, well, that's the end of the battle. Hope you enjoyed the battle report. It was great fun having some Kharadron Overlords in the channel finally. And the battle plan was pretty fun. What do you think of it?
It's great fun. It's super narrative. You've got this little holdout of dwarves sitting on a terrain piece. You've got to weather that first storm, and then the fleet starts arriving and can start wiping things out. But
yeah, there were definitely some very touch and go moments for the Kharadron in there. I mean, that one turn where those endless spells just went nuts and killed a whole bunch in the center. I think I should have swapped my plan earlier to just casting endless spells at them and not worrying about anything else. But I mean, I couldn't ignore your army coming up behind like my main body, which just got completely destroyed when they came up behind it.
There was some moments where it went down to the wire. I had 2 models of the original crew left alive. We started with 31 dwarves on the ground, ended with 2.
Yeah, I mean, like, you only just killed the Colossal Squig. Like, the fact, like, you didn't kill him. The engine riggers had to make a charge. Yeah, they had a rerollable charge, but that was a totally failable charge with a reroll.
That Barak Mornar's artifact saved me. Damn it, Tubman. Why do you have to be right about things?
Yeah, but yes. So, thank you everyone for watching. Hope you enjoyed the battle report. Especially thanks to everyone that supports the channel on Patreon. You guys are fantastic. You'll find the links to Patreon, our Discord server, and all that stuff down in the link description down below. And also, thank you very much for coming on the channel. Don't forget, guys, I'll link in the description down below. Aethercast, if you're a Kharadron Overlords player and you want to hear some really great competitive Kharadron Overlords talk.
Or just inane rambling, you know.
Yeah, or just rambling by some of the best KO players in the world, players who've actually done stuff with KO, definitely go give that a check out. But thank you very much for coming on, man. Pleasure to have you on.
Thanks for having me.
No worries.
I'll be back.
Yeah, we'll get you on again real soon. But that's it for now, everyone. Stay safe, stay well, and most of all, keep fighting that war against the great. Ciao for now.